Alright, how's everybody doing today? My name's Matt, and as you can see, I am an avid fisherman, and it's a big passion of mine, and it's something that I just want to share with y'all. Not the actual fishing, but problems going on with fishing right now, such as overfishing. There's many things going on with overfishing, and it's really increased and a popular hot topic. And one of the reasons for that is because of this right here. Look at where the ocean covers. It covers everywhere from the United States to Europe to Africa, Asia. It touches every continent, and it's a major food source for everybody in the world. And our population has risen steadily in the past couple of decades. So there's many factors that influence overfishing, such as economic reasons, fish pertaining reasons, and also human needs. So first off, when you think economic reasons, like what do you think about with fishing? Well, when I think about that, I think about that there are problems, not right now, but there will be in a few years, with throwing our nets over, catching a bunch of fish, and what happens 20 years from now? Throw the nets over, there's not going to be any fish for you to catch. So right now it is a really good thing because it's bringing a lot of money in for the fishing industry. The more fish you catch, the better, the more money you make. It's a win-win for everybody. The problem with that is 20, 30 years from now, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, you're going to throw those nets over and there's going to be no more fish to be caught, which in turn means that there will be no more money to be made. Alright, next I want to talk to y'all about the fish populations. And when I mean fish populations, I want to say, like, when you're talking about the ecosystems and sustainability, and there's many laws that are helping with sustainability and the ecosystems of catching fish. And the reason for that is because since we weren't in the past paying attention to how many fish we caught for how many fish would be left to reproduce, the fish numbers were going way down, and this was really hurting the ecosystem. And since that was hurting the ecosystem, you hurt one sort of fish, it's almost like a domino effect. And that's just really not good for anybody. But one way that it is good, and I don't want to say overfishing is good, but it helps with invasive species. And that happens because, say, a species of fish overpopulates a certain area and eats all the food and all the resources in that area. The rest of the fish in that area are going to die and become depleted. But by fishing for that certain overpopulated fish, we're now going to balance out the ecosystem. So it's a give-take. It's a good and bad thing for that. Next, human needs. And that's probably the most important to me and probably the most important to you. Because money is important, and the fish populations and ecosystems, those are also really important. But human needs really means what I need to do as a human being, which is eat, and what you need to do as a human being, and that's eat. And it's pretty similar to what I said with economic reasons, that when we catch these fish and we go out and one day that we went with our grandpa 30 years ago and caught a bunch of fish for dinner, now we go out there and throw the line over and there's no fish to be caught. That's going to lead to starvation, and many nations, we're fortunate in the United States to actually have supermarkets and things like that. But a lot of other places in the world, they actually need to go and catch their own fish. And if they're being overfished and 20 more years from now, you throw that line over and there's no fish to be caught, you're going to starve. And that's just something that no one should ever have to go through, is starvation, even though it is a real factor. And lastly, I want to basically stress to you how important it is just to stay aware of what's going on, and when you throw that line over and when you're going fishing, be thankful that there is still fish in the sea, because it is becoming harder and harder to catch these fish. Many people, such as Jacques Cousteau, are going out and doing research. He was in the 70s and 80s, but there's many other researchers, and it's a big reason, especially here at LSU. It's a main not concern, but it's a main major and focus for many scientists and many young professionals such as myself and yourself. And everything just won't be the same if our oceans become depleted of these fish, because it's a major vital resource for everybody in the world. And I just wanted to thank y'all for your time, and take it easy.